Hey all, my name is Dr. Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And for today, what I'd like to do is talk to you all about my business tip number 16, which is the 3 common mistakes with financial projections. So as a business plan writer for the last 13 years, I've reviewed a lot of financial projections. And on an almost monthly basis, any one of these 3 mistakes I've seen when people go ahead and send me over the financials. So when you are preparing your financial projections, make sure to avoid these 3 mistakes. The first mistake is when you're doing your financial projections, whether it's for a business plan or just to provide an investor or just to provide your business owner or for any reason at all. Do not just give your financial projections. Don't just give up your profit and loss statement. Don't just give up your income statement, your balance sheet. Make sure to provide an assumption page. And the assumptions, what that does is it tells the reader your thoughts and ideas and your perspectives of where you are coming from, your thoughts and ideas about what you think your revenues are going to be, how many customers you're going to be able to service. You're going to tell the reader how much money you're going to start with, what your funding is going to look like. Make sure to tell the reader your assumptions and let them know this is where you are coming from. Everybody knows the financial projections are going to be wrong. Nobody can predict the future, not you, not the bank, not an investor. However, in order to substantiate your financial projections, you've got to lay a foundation, got to lay a base, and that is your assumptions. Share with the reader where you're coming from and where your starting point is, and then you're able to go ahead and at least show them that this is where your numbers are coming from, and at least it's going to substantiate your thoughts and ideas and give your financials a foundation. Next is that when you are doing a financial projection, even if you have your assumption page, don't just, again, go right to your financial projections. You've got to then, this next step is going to be, is to break down your revenues. Show your day one anticipated sales. How many customers do you think you're going to service? What do you think your average ticket is going to be? What is going to be your variable cost per customer? Again, this is not in your assumptions. Your assumptions are going to lay out your thoughts and ideas. Now what you're doing when you go into the breaking out of your revenues and breaking out of your costs, now what you're doing is letting the reader know point by point by point where you're coming from your revenues day one, where you're coming from for your cost day one, where you're coming from for your startup costs. So break it out and put that into the section between your assumptions and your financial statements. And then finally, start at day one. A lot of times what people are going to do is they're going to go ahead and they're going to start their financial projections when they start their actual build out. And they're going to show 6 months or 12 months or a year and a half of just pure cost for however long with 0 revenues. Everybody knows that when you're starting up a business, you're going to go through a phase of a startup, whether it's 1 month, 1 week, 6 months, or 18 months. Don't start your financials at the day one of build out. Start your financials the day you start selling your product or service. And then your all the other information is going to be, it's just going to be in your startup costs. So just put that in your startup costs, and then your financials start day one when you start your business. All right, hopefully this information was helpful. And as always, if you need a business plan writer or a business consultant, give me a call. Thanks a lot.